Hi, this is Teddy Burriss, your LinkedIn strategist, trainer, consultant, and this is part 2 of LinkedIn settings and privacy and the ideas that you should consider as you're configuring your settings and privacy to work best for you. This next section is huge. And it really is important for you to go through it. This is all about what kind of messaging. The first one is, how can you get notifications? So you can get notifications on LinkedIn, by email, or push to your mobile device or smartphone if you have that. I'm not going to go through all of those, but what I am going to recommend that you do is make deliberate decisions on each one of these sections and turn on and turn off all these conversations that you do or don't need to do. These are all these is conversations on LinkedIn. I want all this activity to show up on LinkedIn. But if I come back here on email, I pretty much turn most of this off. Not all of it. Most of it is off. And the reason why I turn off all the email notifications is because I'm in LinkedIn enough and I can see it through my LinkedIn notifications. I don't need to see it in my email. So I really recommend you find some time to go look at all these different notifications, each one of these sections, and turn off the stuff that is less important to you, specifically the email, specifically the push. Again, if you're using LinkedIn enough, it's going to show up in LinkedIn. There may be some options that you leave on for email. There may be some options you leave on for push. But you want to minimize the clutter of messaging you're getting, and this is how you do that. The next session is who can reach you, invitations to connect. Do I want people to only connect with me who are in my imported contacts? I don't use that. Do I want people who can connect with me who know my email address or appear in my imported contacts? Or do I want everyone on LinkedIn to have the opportunity to send me an invite? I prefer everyone. I can manage who I want to connect with my own business processes. Invitations from your network are 3 primary things. Number 1 is, do I want my network to be able to send me page invites to follow their companies and organizations? Number 2, do I want them to be able to send me event invitations to join their events? And number 4, do I want them to be able to send me subscribing invites when they create newsletters? I leave these on. I can manage this very quickly, and I don't want to miss the opportunity for a good company, a good event, or a good newsletter. The next session is messaging. Allow people to message me. Enable message request notifications. If someone I'm not connected with sends me a message, either an in-mail or an open profile message, then I have the ability to manage that through the message request. Also, can they send me an in-mail? If other people who are on Premium LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, Recruiter, Business Premium, can they send me an in-mail? Again, I turn that on. And the other option that I enable is open profile messages. Because I'm a premium user of LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, I am allowed to let anyone send me a message through what's called open profile. I turn that on. Now, I turn off sponsored messages because I don't need all those sponsored messages. I appreciate the fact that LinkedIn makes money from sponsored messages. I appreciate that people have the ability to send sponsored messages. I just decide for me that I don't need to see all of those messages. However, I want to be able to receive in-mails. I want to be able to receive open profile messages. I don't want to be able to miss out on a valid, relevant, mutually beneficial message. And sometimes I get those through in-mails and open profiles. Not always, but sometimes I do. And again, I can manage that pretty quickly. Research invites. Now, I'm a huge advocate of LinkedIn. I'm a huge fan of LinkedIn in a very broad sense. I want the ability for LinkedIn and its partners that create applications and tools around LinkedIn to be able to get support through surveys. So I leave that turned on so that I can pay attention to what kind of surveys are happening, what kind of product changes, marketing changes are happening with LinkedIn and around LinkedIn. So I pay attention to that. I don't have to do every survey I get, and I don't get that many because I can always turn them down, but I want the ability to pay attention. You don't have to do that, I'm a LinkedIn strategist. This is important to me, may not be important to you. So you may want to turn it off. Under messaging experience is where you can turn on read receipts and typing indicators. I turn that off. I don't need people to get a read receipt that I looked at their message. I don't need them to see that I'm typing and responding to their message. So I turn that off. Under reply suggestions is LinkedIn has what's called the canned responses. I want to pay attention to how the application is developing and using and what they're thinking. And so I also want to let them learn from me because I want this application to become better. So I turn that on. You may not want it on, so you could turn it off if you want to, or you can just simply ignore the recommendations or the suggestions that the app provides. All of this is under communications. Before you go, let me share with you a new program I put together. And this is a webinar series. It's 2 group webinars with bonuses. And these are really focused on business professionals who want to quickly get into some of the best practices, tactics, and philosophies of using LinkedIn, purposely focused on their business goals. So I put this together where the first session is all about helping you get focused on your target audience and their influencers and help you get focused on the right words you need to use so you can build out the most professional LinkedIn profile that you can. And the second session, which is a group session, is we talk about the best practices and tactics of networking on LinkedIn. We get into conversations about social conversations and social sharing. And we also touch on the importance of social listening using Sales Navigator and on LinkedIn. Now, everyone who shows up and registers for this webinar series will also get all 4 of the ebooks that I've produced for my corporate accounts. But furthermore, I'm also providing another bonus, and that is everyone who signs up for this will also get 1 hour of personal one-on-one coaching. That's where we spin out of the group setting and I talk with you deliberately focused on your needs and your goals and helping you overcome your challenges using LinkedIn as a business tool. I put this together for business professionals who don't have enough time to do my bigger programs and they want to really start mastering using LinkedIn as a business tool today. So this is across 2 weeks at the most, so a day a week. I'm going to give you a lot of value, going to give you a lot of resources and help you master using LinkedIn so that you can grow your business, so you can grow your book of business, so you can grow your pipeline and start getting real value out of the use of LinkedIn as a business tool. So check it out. Feel free to send me any message, ask me any questions about the program. I'd be glad to help you understand what I'm trying to do to help you. And I look forward to you showing up to one of these webinar series that we do. Thank you.